Good morning, welcome to Morning Reviews. This is Kim speaking on, Thursday, the 21st of April. How the week flies by, eh? Right, so looking at the euro dollar first, and well, what a bit of a turnaround yesterday. Bearish engulfing candle we ended up with yesterday, following this sort of me almost giving up on the fact that it was in a bear flag previously. It actually looks like a bit bear flaggish again, and well, we're seeing a potential continuation move, maybe back to the 4-hourly 200, the daily 34 may be well on in scope at this rate. Coming down to the 60-minute time frame, well, it's not telling me too much different really in terms of what I'm seeing here. Interesting fact, it just peaked out. It just, we see this quite frequently after it's consolidated for a while, just peaks out and then drops like a brick, and it's pretty much done that yesterday. Where we're sitting now, well, we have got the daily pivot above us, so there's that possibility we could see a break from that. Would need to see some sort of move above this trend line that's just drawn on here. Otherwise, well, it could be just a continuation here. It is in a bit of no man's land at the moment. It is and consolidating, so we'll see how it runs. But just got to watch out for the fake out of any highs here before if it intends to push down towards that S1 area. Okay, of course, one major thing today to bear in mind: Draghi is speaking, so it may be that traders were getting out yesterday before he starts speaking, or getting short before he starts speaking. Whatever, he's certainly going to have an effect on the market this afternoon. That's 12:45. We'll get the minimum bid rate, and then at 1:30 we get the ECB press conference. Right, moving on. Cable a bit more positive. It's this morning. It's failed to break and close through the wedge pattern I showed on the daily pattern here. It's barely, well, fractionally got through that line that I've got on there to my trend line. It's failed. Well, now's the question whether it will get through. Now, I did do a sort of an estimate of where, if it did break through, where it could get through, but I'll get to. But maybe off the cards for a short term until it starts pushing that way. Sort of bull flaggish sort of pattern, although the only thing I don't like is this sort of higher low pattern, which we'll see, lower high pattern even, that we'll see here. So we had the high up here, then we've got this lower high which confirmed as a break of the lows. So it may be just an ABC correction, and it may sort itself out in the bigger picture and push to the upside. Just fractionally short of its daily pivot. It will be interesting to see how it reacts to this, whether it starts pushing down again, or whether if it can break it and get through the 50 and the 34 moving average there. Then I would be looking possibly for a push back to the upside. But as I say, it really depends on how it reacts to its daily pivot there. At the moment, erring towards, with these lower high, lower low, erring towards the bearish side. Dollar yen. Well, dollar yen's carried on with its move up, which pretty much expected last week that we may have just seen a bit more of a clearer move, but the rush back to safety over the weekend didn't do any favours. And well, it's not much from what I can tell from where we're sitting at the moment. Of course, running into the 4-hourly 100 there, which it's sort of hand railing and then consolidating at the moment. Question being is whether it can break that. We have got the daily pivot below us, so there's the potential for a break of the 21s back down. Okay, that's pretty much the dollar yen. There's not much else to say there. Should have said on the pound dollar. Sorry, we have got retail sales coming out at 9:30. Okay, Aussie dollar, and well, yesterday almost bearish Rami. It's popped in there. It's not the strongest of signals looking. It has just pipped up a little bit higher during the day, but closed within the negative on the day. Consolidation phase, I think we're just probably going to sit in here for a little while at least. At least it's, well, it did put that retracement in there. It did make a new high. A little bit less certain on here. Now we're apparently seeing some positive data coming through and seeing some figures coming in the commodities. So we could see this could help it a little bit. It's more possibly just in a wedgy type pattern, shorter term wedge, and we'll see which way it breaks and maybe look for it, follow the trend there. Finally, the Canadian dollar. I can't really talk too much about that before I look at the oil, so better look at what's happening with oil. So, okay, so oil's still making it an encouraging move back towards that $45–50 area. So oil's shifting up. Okay, let's look at big picture here. So well, the CAD just looks like it may just carry on its slide, really. There's nothing to decide too much. It won't just improve on its route. It's had a bit of a move around. For anyone that followed the video, I said you can see how big the retracement was in between on the before it carried on moving here. Now we have got a bit of divergence on the 4 hourlies, which may slow things down a little bit. Sorry, that retracement I was talking about, changing a swing trade to a day trade, and that sort of retracement, nearly 100 pips before it carried on its route there. So you need to look at the video update I did on Tuesday to see more about that. Anyway, it is rolling over some more here at the moment, but looking with that divergence, well, possibly it might get a bounce from here. Looking at the, it's already hit daily pivot here. Could move off for 3–4 o'clock yesterday. At the moment, lower highs still in this little lower highs, lower lows here. Erring weak, but aware of that divergence that we're seeing on the 4 hourlies there. So got to be careful on the CAD, I think, today. Right, that's pretty much it for me. Other news, well, we got Carney speaking at 3 o'clock today. Sorry, I missed that on the when I was talking about UK news. Due to deliver a speech titled "How the Financial System Can Support Delivery of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals." Oh, that's going to be gripping. So that's something, if you're a bit sort of short of sleep at 3 o'clock this afternoon, there's something to watch for your afternoon nap. Right, on that note, I'll leave you to it, and I'll be back in the morning. Bye for now.